We are delighted to have you here in Fatima Mother National College. My name is Aparna B.A. I did my post-graduation in chemistry. So could you tell us about your student stay and how your education has helped you, where you find yourself now?
Absolutely. It's my education. It is the kind of institutions in which I've grown that gives me the confidence. Please sit down. In the growing years, when you are in the right kind of institution, which keeps your motivation high, which challenges you to bring the best out of you in making you participate in competitions or telling you how best you can mold yourself, it is there that you get a belief in what you are. It is there that the right virtues come into you, and therefore I would think education institutions have played immensely in my life, and I'm grateful for that.
Good morning, ma'am. It's a great honor to have your presence in our college and our hometown. My name is Mohammed Nasman, and I have completed my post-graduation in economics. So some of the recent news and concerning news is that the number of suicides, especially among youths, educated youths, is increasing in our society all over India, between both without any gender disparity. So what will be your message on handling stress among the youth and among all the age category? Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you for asking that question. I think it is important to recognize that many among us can be very gentle inside, can be very sensitive as an individual inside, but their exterior might not give you a clue. But it is for friends like you all who are around with them for the best part of the day. There lies a responsibility to recognize from among ourselves as to who that person is. He could be very sensitive to small changes. He or she can probably be up to a limit taking challenges, but beyond that can't. It is those vulnerable individuals who silently suffer inside and who don't want to express it to anybody, who eventually take the unfortunate call. And we can't afford to be so indifferent that among us there are people like that about whom we don't even seem to know. You spend the best part of your day with them. If you notice something, don't panic. You should constantly be able to give that person the support, not monetary, not material, more as a good friend. That kind of support where you're telling the individual life is worth living. And for people who get such thoughts, there are still a lot of opportunities, and it is only for them to take it, but with the support of all of you. But even as you do it, you should also keep telling your elders in the family or in the institution that there is somebody who needs some help. They'll be able to handle it even more maturely. But you should share the thought that somebody is unable to take the stress, and therefore institution can come into play. You should be an aware individual, sensitive to the needs of people around you. Suicide is no option. On the contrary, it leaves people who love you totally depressed for life. Is that what we want to do to our people? So I appeal to each one of you all, and I thank you for having raised a question of this kind. We need to help one another.
Good morning, ma'am. I'm Anna Felsi, and I did my BA in English Literature. So, ma'am, I'm a family of four. We are a family of four, and I've often seen my mom and dad stress about managing the finances of our small family. So ma'am, my question to you is, how do you manage to take care of the finances of such a vast nation of around 150 crores of people?
I'm not sure the comparison works well. Families in the, please sit down. Families at the ground do have a challenge. And as children, I think I want you all not to see what the stress that the parents are going through. Not to see. I'm saying this with absolute consciousness. Parents are elders, they've gone through life, they're going through life. They will obviously talk among themselves about how to handle the affairs of the house so that the child doesn't remain denied of anything that they want. I don't think it is for the children to worry about parents worrying about the finances, even though I know you've become an adult now. However, keep that at the back of your mind and see where you can help. And what I might say now may not be very popular, may not be very acceptable to you all. It might be useful for us to reduce our own demands. I have a phone in my hand. It is important because communication is essential, and I can make do with it. It need not be an Apple phone. It need not be that phone with the latest features in it, and therefore, to that extent, that sensitivity you're showing can help if we contain our desires and leave the parents to take a call in the larger interest of the household. Similarly, some of us would want to ride the best motorbikes in the town. I want to go in this motorbike to my college. That can wait, maybe. And therefore, to that extent, relieve the parent of the stress. So with these two examples, I'd like to tell you, managing finances is about managing priorities. If you're able to see the most deserving of members of society, the poor, who need something to be given, my priority would be to first attend to those needs. So it is the question of prioritizing where the money should go and for what purpose it goes. And is it going efficiently? Are there pilferages? Can I manage that safely? And then come to the next scheme of priorities in which I can disburse what I earn. But more importantly for a government and for a finance minister is also to make sure efficient collection of revenue. Not allow money to, get pilfered. People who need to pay their taxes will have to pay. And if there are newer ways in which I can generate resources without burdening the citizen, I need to do that as well. I hope I've answered your question.
Last question.
So good morning, ma'am. So my name is Reshma Asaba and I just finished my bachelor's in economics from here. So ma'am, with regards to the Viksit Bharat plan, what are the hopes for the unorganized sector in India? So what can India do for the unorganized sector and the increasing number of people who are moving into this sector?
I want you to put your question in a different form. India has always been a country majorly contributed by the unorganized sector. This obsession that we have to start counting from the organized sector and then go to the unorganized doesn't really capture what India is. Organized sector jobs were subsequent. Please sit down. And data collection for the organized sector is possibly very easy as well. India, for centuries, has been built by unorganized sectors, small activities, small entrepreneurs, and they are very localized. They don't scale up. They don't become uniform all over the country. They met the local economy's demands. And even with that feature, even by 15th, 16th century, India was a global economic power. I'm not saying it, it's not a fancy thought. There are enough and more studies which show that. So, instead of approaching the economy through the organized sector, we should see the ground full of unorganized. Kerala is known for the small and cottage industries, which have kept Kerala's economy alive, met the local demands, and it contributed to the uniqueness of Kerala. And so are the small industries all over the country. So our approach, I would think, will have to be through the unorganized sector and the policy assistance that we can extend to them, and also making sure that policy and credit availability for their betterment is always kept on focus. Of course, the formal sector will be taken care of also. I wouldn't mind if the administration and the principal will allow me. There was one other girl who stood up first. The mic went to the second person who stood up later. Can we have her asking the question? Were you the one who wanted to ask a question? Very close to the wall. You were seated there? Yeah, okay.
Thank you, ma'am, for giving me this opportunity. I would like to ask a question that you have already mentioned in your speech. There is a rising tendency among Indian youth to go abroad for better opportunities, and I personally believe that India is a country which has bested everything. So how can we convince this youth that there is no need to go abroad, that India is best in everything, and you can find great job opportunities as well as education here?
Let me recast the way in which I said it. I'm not against somebody who wants to go abroad because they want it. But I also will appeal to them saying, go, do what you want, study or work or whatever, but do come back to our country. It has immense opportunities. So I'm not against you going, but the crave for going outside which existed earlier, because you don't have institutions in India of higher learning, or you don't have such working condition, or you don't have opportunities for doing yourself some things, are all not the case now. The craving for going abroad, if on these reasons you want to go abroad, think again. Those opportunities are available here, but if you want, you can still go abroad. But don't think India doesn't offer you anything, and please, therefore, consider to come back and serve our nation.
Thank you, ma'am. Now, I invite Mr. Christy Clement, the Controller of Examinations, for the graduation announcement.
Honorable Minister of Finance and of Corporate Affairs, Government of India, Srimati Nirmala Sitharaman, His Excellency Bishop of Koilan, Right Reverend Dr. Paul Anthony Mullasheri, Special Representative of the Government of Kerala at New Delhi, Professor K.V. Thomas, Member of Parliament, Kollam, Mr. N.K. Premachandran, Vice Chancellor, University of Kerala, Professor Dr. Mohanan Kundumel, Respected Manager of our college, Reverend Dr. Abhilash Girigiri, Principal, Dr. Cynthia Catherine Michael, former principals and professors, Reverend fathers and sisters, dear guests, proud parents, and above all, our exceptional graduates. I am immensely honored to announce the graduation ceremony. Today stands as a testament to triumph, a celebration of the relentless effort, commitment, and numerous accomplishments of the extraordinary individuals gathered here. It's truly an honor to be present, witnessing the culmination of years marked by hard work and determination. To our graduates, you embody success, and your presence instills in us a profound sense of pride. Today signifies not just the conclusion of an academic journey, but the commencement of a new chapter brimming with boundless possibilities. Graduates, as you progress, carry with you the lessons, friendships, and cherished memories from your time here. Approach the future with open hearts and minds, acknowledging your potential to make a positive impact on the world. May the paths ahead be as radiant and promising as the immense potential we see in each and every one of you. Well done, and may the exciting journey that lies ahead be filled with success and fulfillment. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now I request Dr. Supriya M., the Dean of Arts and Commerce, and Professor Dr. Noelin B. Fernandez, Dean of Science, to announce the names of the rank holders.